Congratulations to the two of you. What a great story. And Keira, start with you because I wanted to know what it was about Colette that hooked you and went, I gotta play her.
You read it and you're like, whoa, this is amazing. No, I mean, like, I didn't know much about her life. I knew bits of her work, but I didn't know anything about her life. And I just thought, this is, it's an extraordinary woman who broke every rule and was a real maverick and kind of, somebody who was absolutely unafraid to live her life the way that she wanted to live it. So, she's this incredibly powerful, charismatic sort of creature, but equally having this fascinating relationship with her first husband, who Dominic plays, who took credit for her work. So this kind of like amazing sort
Only
of...
the best of her work.
Yeah. Yes, true.
But what a cad. Seriously, how do you do that so well?
I don't know, I always get cast as cads at best and evil bastards at worst, but and I suppose Willy's somewhere in between. But no, he's a cad, he took advantage because the chance was there, but in some ways you've got to get your chances while you can. If you're not if you're mediocrity and you meet a star or you meet then and that's what he did really. He found this genius and knew one when he saw one.
Yeah. Was there a lot of research about this time period, about Colette, about Willy? Did you guys have a lot to draw on, or was it more from the script?
I mean, yes, from the script. The script was great, but yeah, there's a lot. There's a great biography by Judith Thurman. It's Thurman, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Uma's.
Yeah, no, not Uma's. Anyway, so yes, it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, why? I was doing so well, and you had to
her
laugh.
World or something, isn't it?
It's not.
Yeah.
Secrets of the Flesh.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, anyway, so we all read that, and it's
a
wonderful.
year ago.
Yeah, and then obviously, like her novels, so actually getting the opportunity just to kind of dive into her world and read as many of the novels as possible was great.
Yeah. Why do you think this is so relevant today?
Well, I mean, we have one of the biggest transgender casts, I think, in recent movies, or in movies ever. It's so much. It feels so modern. This was, I suppose, the initial attraction. It's sexual politics and the notion of or a relationship that is based on a powerful man exploiting a woman who then ceases to need him anymore and goes on to forge her own path and become this great literary legend. And that felt very, very modern.
Yeah, it is. She was so ahead of her time.
Or part of her time, I'm not quite sure. I think it was a fascinating period. The Belle Epoque. It was a sort of there was a sexual revolution going on. There was, I mean, in art, in writing, it was an extraordinary time period. But she definitely was a rule breaker, and yeah, she lived her life the way that she wanted to live it. And so that the discussion within the film of gender politics, of sexual politics, of feminism, all is sort of things that we're still absolutely discussing right now. Yeah. So I think that's why when I read it, I thought, wow, this is extraordinary. That you can have something that's set 100 years ago, and yet we still haven't figured all of this stuff out.
No kidding, right? Did you guys hit it off right away? Because it really...
No, we hated each other, didn't we?
We started off doing the polka. That
we
never made
did.
it
We
into the
started
film.
and we were really good at it. Well, we weren't.
Well, you were.
I was really good at it.
Maybe I wasn't so good.
No.
It's always a good way to start, though, dancing.
Yeah.
It's only the only way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why that didn't make it into the film. Whereas your beautiful dance, your Egyptian dance.
We never got it right.
Would you, at their heyday, they were such a celebrity type couple. Do you think they were kind of like the John and Yoko of their time, in a way?
Kim and Kanye, I think.
Probably not the John and Yoko, because she was always hated, wasn't she? I mean, what was that about?
Anyway, he wasn't really John, but it was. Yeah, they were a celebrity couple, and they craved fame, and he understood very clearly about branding and using anything part of your life. The more scandalous, the better. To achieve fame and notoriety, and both of them, I think, would have sold their own mother for a pizza, or for fame, and that's you see that a lot now.
Unfortunately, you see that a lot now. Not with you two, though. No.
I haven't sold my mother yet.
Especially not for a pizza, I hope.
For a pizza. I mean, it would have to be a really good pizza.
A really good pizza. It would have to be like everything that works.
Yeah.
You guys are so terrific in this film. I love seeing you together, and best of luck with it. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.